Joan Wojtowicz was a leader for the Aggie women's swimming team in the distance events from 1987 to 1990. During her career, she claimed All-American accolades and a pair of Southwest Conference titles in the 1650 free. In her final season of 1990, Wojtowicz placed first in the 1650 free at the conference championships and took fifth at the national championships. She finished her A&M career with the fastest time in program history in both the 1650 free and 1000 free, and had a top 5 time in the 500 free. Wojtowicz also competed internationally. In 1988, she swam in the U.S. Olympic trials, and in 1989, put up one of the best 20 times in the world in the 1500 free. And now she enters Texas A&M's Lettermen's Association Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Joan Wojtowicz.
Howdy, Aggies. Whoop! Tonight is such an incredible honor, and there are so many people who have contributed to making this evening possible. First, I want to thank Texas A&M University, the Texas A&M Athletic Department, 12th Man Foundation, and Lettermen's Association. Most importantly, I want to thank my coaches, Mel Nash and Jay Holmes, who led the men's and women's swimming teams during my college career. Thank you, Mel, for nominating me to this prestigious honor, and Jay for being the go-to guy, always providing guidance, knowledge, and friendship along the way. You may be wondering, how did a Jersey girl end up at Texas A&M? It started a long time ago with my mom and dad and my brother Tom. When my brother Tom was diagnosed with scoliosis as a young child, the doctor recommended swimming as therapy. So my family joined the local pool, my parents signed all 4 kids up for swim lessons, and I was the only one that took to the water like a fish. So after lessons, I joined the local swim team, and that was the start of my swimming journey. My early years were shaped by coaches Bill Reichley, Gary Piner, and Bill Hayes. I learned many lessons, some the hard way. So at 8 years old, I finished swimming the 3rd leg of my relay. After we won, I jumped back in the water to remove my bathing cap. And guess what happened? My team got disqualified because of me. That day, I learned an important rule that once you finish your leg of the relay and you exit the pool, you cannot re-enter the water. In my adolescent years, I trained under Coach Tom Miracle, who taught me about the importance of nutrition, especially for the power of protein and carbs. He gave us breakfast one day before a swim meet, which consisted of toast with jelly and a raw egg to drink. Needless to say, that was my first and last raw egg ever. Through my middle and high school years, I trained under head coach Lou Petrozello. Under his direction, I excelled at middle and long distance freestyle events. I was the only girl who trained in the fast lane with all the high school boys, and my strategy was simple: keep up or catch them by their toes. In high school, Coach Barry Black led the Linden Tigers swim team. While swimming for the Tigers, I set school and conference records in the 200 and 500 freestyle. After years of training with both coaches, competing at conference and national levels, I knew I wanted to swim at a Division II school. So my college career started at Bloomsburg University in Pennsylvania, a Division II school where I swam under the coach, Mary Gardner. I added weight training and swimming double workouts 3 times a week to my daily regimen, which paid off significantly. I had set 3 NCAA Division II records in the 200, 500, and mile freestyle. After setting those national records, I knew the one and only place to go was Division I, like Texas A&M. I was now ready to be the small fish in the big pond. I was recruited by 3 Division I schools, and I ultimately chose Texas A&M for its traditions, camaraderie, hospitality, academics, and athletic excellence. And I was also blessed to receive a full swimming scholarship. Coaches Mel Nash and Jay Holmes recruited 10 freshman ladies, including myself, as it was a rebuilding year. We were hopeful to get a new pool, but instead we trained in the PL Downs Natatorium, a pool with a 60-year history of seasoned athletes swimming many miles. By the end of my senior year, all my miles proved successful as I earned 2 Southwest Conference titles in the 1650, and I was the Aggie record holder in the 500, 1,000, and 1650-yard freestyle for over 15 years until they were broken. My time at A&M taught me time management, communication, teamwork, and how to have fun. So the fun started during my redshirt year. Since I transferred from Division II to Division I, I had to sit out. And since I couldn't officially score points, there was no pressure. Swimming was relaxed and enjoyable. That year, I achieved my personal lifetime goal of qualifying and swimming in the 1988 Olympic trials. When I became eligible to compete, I learned the true meaning of sacrifice and teamwork. I was supposed to be home the weekend of my sister's wedding. However, A&M had a big meet on Saturday against Arkansas. My coaches felt strongly that with me in the lineup, we had a great shot at winning. So collectively, the sacrifice was made to miss my sister's rehearsal dinner. I stayed and swam the first 3 events on Saturday, placing first in each of them before catching a flight home. Later, I got the call we had lost by 1 point. I was heartbroken, but I knew I gave everything to my team. A&M also taught me about communication, verbal and nonverbal. One year, we took a training trip to Hawaii over Christmas break. After finishing an arm-strengthening set by using a pull buoy between my legs to prevent kicking, I was listening to my coach for the next set. Upon hearing the long-distance set, I mentally prepared by leaning back, looking up at the sunny sky in Hawaii, and taking in a deep breath. Well, the coach thought I rolled my eyes, so he kicked me out of practice. But not for long. We had a short talk, cleared things up, and I went back in the pool and finished. Lesson learned, communication is the key. While at A&M, I worked at a country bar called Graham's. There I fell in love with country music and dancing, which I still enjoy today. I also learned how to drive a manual car in the parking lot of the Kroger grocery store. Thank you to Danny and Courtney. And the following year, I drove my new car back to Texas A&M, and it just so happened to be a manual car. Being inducted into the Texas A&M Hall of Fame is a full circle moment. It's a celebration of my career and the people who helped me along the way. I am deeply grateful to have studied, swum, and represented this amazing university as a student, alumna, and now as a Hall of Fame inductee. Finally, following 12th man tradition, I want to acknowledge my supporters here tonight. When I call your name, please stand and hold your applause to the end. Todd Bartee, Michelle Chow, Jennifer Newcomb, Stacy Farrington, Rachel and Jeff Gary, Michelle Judas, Michelle Nicole Judas, Annette Holmes, Lorraine and Kevin Jaganinsky, Stephanie Langham Stone, Anna Laporis, Melinda Ledbetter, Scott McDonald, Connie Pielick, Vicki Brown Sobecki and her husband Dan, Tiffany Treadway, Mike Varosa, Ed Wojtowicz, Tom Wojtowicz. Thank you to all who have supported me, even those who couldn't be here tonight. Texas A&M is an incredible university with world-class athletic programs. Let's continue to stand together, true to the 12th man. Gig 'em, Aggies, beat the hell out of Utah State.